Oh, how's it going today there, YouTube? Well, wow, you guys are really interested in that S690 John Deere Combine. So far, we got 55 entries for the draw. We got all your names on the clipboard right here. Then I'll cut that up and I'll put them all in the cowboy hat for next Sunday, the 29th draw. If you have not entered the draw yet and are interested in winning this 164 scale John Deere S690 Authentic Combine, I'll put a link to the video in the description box below, and I'll put a link in the video as well. Anyway, friggin' junk box tractors and styrene boys got the better of me today, and we'll go see what I ended up friggin' around with. Think you guys might kind of like this. In yesterday's vlog, I painted the row crop Oliver 80 wide front. Turned out pretty friggin' schmidt, if you ask me. I need to reposition my front axle because I guess the glue got loose on me and turned while I was painting. Didn't realize. That's okay. Maybe you won't be able to see on the camera. It's kind of dark. Get my thumb out of the way. There you go. I used the Sharpie and I painted the exhaust and the manifold black like it should be. I believe the magnetos were black on these tractors too, so I might go ahead and color that in with the Sharpie marker. Easier than doing paint and having to wait for it to dry. So that turned out pretty good. I forgot to put a belt pulley on it. I'm going to. The belt pulley goes on right in there on that little stub. So I'll dig around through my parts box and see if I can find one of those somewhere. Then I was kind of bored last night, so then I made a set of fenders for the old style 88 and painted the exhaust on it and got a flat tire going here, but these aren't the right tires for these rims, but a little bit of super glue will fix that up. So basically I did the 88 fenders the same way as I did the inner fenders on the row crop 80. I just traced out a Fleetline 88 fender and some styrene there, cut them out, and they turned out pretty sweet. I might even mount some lights on them or something like that. I need to paint the grill in here and get some decals, and we'll sign that one off the workshop list. So today's project was this Oliver 1555. It's going to be a 1755 when I get done with it. I built this front axle, but I can see my spindles are a little bit tall in the front. These tractors sat pretty level, but I did put bigger rubber on the back. These tires here, they're actually off. Well, originally they're off in 1950 T with the four-wheel drive, and I had to scoop these off my 160 white that I did the shop project video on last year sometime. So I just borrowed these for now. Maybe if one of my YouTube fans out there in YouTube land has a set of those wheels and tires in their parts box somewhere and doesn't plan on using them, if you send them in, and I'll put them on this project. If you're interested in making a contribution to this project, I'll give you a shout out on my YouTube channel. But anyway, yeah, it'll be a 1755. I'm gonna put the fender fuel tanks on it. Not on right now, but I think I'm gonna have to rebend my spindles up front. They're a little bit tall, but that's okay. That's an easy fix. But you know, yeah, she's a little tall, but that's okay. That's the nice thing about having so many tractors in your collection. You got lots to pick from when you need measurements and dimensions and all kinds of stuff. You can get it pretty close. But anyway, I'll shake these tires off. Of course, it's the same as I did the axle on the row crop 80 there. I just took a piece of styrene, inserted a piece of copper wire, and then bent the spindles around. Made a little mount, and I made the little, I forget the technical term, I believe it's called a wishbone. We'll call it a wishbone in the front end. Of course, I scooped the rear tires off the 1950, for now anyway. Obviously the 55 series had a set of lights in the front grille, and I got a plan for those. So yeah, just a little junk box build. This here's another one I salvaged out of my junk box. These fenders, I might use these ones, I don't know. We'll see. This was actually going to be a Oliver 1950 row crop with a wide front, but this did not turn out the way I thought it would. I carved the engine out, and I started building the engine block out of a piece of styrene. I was going to detail that. But I kind of gave up on it because it didn't turn out the way I would hope. So that's basically junk. This is version 2 of that tractor, so I ended up taking the Oliver 1950T and made a cockshut 1900. I did a shop project video on this one already, but of course got the chrome straight stack, the dual air breathers, the blower, all that jazz here. And what I ended up doing was just taking my Dremel tool with the engraver bit on it, and I ended up just shaving the exhaust manifolds and all the other little engine details off to just a flat casting, and then I built these parts from scratch. Built the front axle for it. Of course, got the exhaust manifold and all the other little goodies here. I was able to keep some of the transmission detail. Got a nice big set of standy rear rubber on it. The 1850 cockshed over here has a set of standy rubber on it too, and the 1850 decal. That's actually the first custom I ever did. So, yeah. A few little things carrying on here in the shop, but anyway, if you guys like the video, please comment, rate, subscribe, and if you're interested in entering the draw, the link will be in the description box below. Or if you're interested in sending a tractor combine piece of equipment for the greatest farm tech collection on YouTube, I'd be happy to give you a big shout out on my YouTube channel. I appreciate that big time. I appreciate every tractor I've gotten so far, and I know there's lots on the way. So anyway, we'll check you guys out on the next one.